how the two of you guys have been together a long time.
Yeah,
of course, you guys were the first original members.
Since '86,
yeah. Yeah, and it started the whole thing.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
We've spent more time with each other than we both have spent with our families and our ex-wives.
Right.
Not that I'd want to spend time with my ex. When she was my wife, I still spent more time with this guy.
That's awesome.
Now, you guys do producing too, guys?
He does a lot more than me.
Enjoying it?
Yeah. Maxwell.
Rachel does a lot more than I do. Rachel does a lot more producing than I do.
I like working with brand new local bands that are just kind of starting out. I produce and kind of they ask my opinion on songs, and I kind of help on the creative side. Hopefully they like. I've always gotten, which is kind of a big compliment to me. A lot of the bands say, "Man, you made like either collectively or separately." They may say, "You made me better," or "You made us play better," or "You made," and that to me, that's the whole thing there. Because I don't do it for the money. I just do it to do it because for the love of music, and that's why we both do what we do.
He's really good at it too. Like he'll call me up and he'll be like, "Man, I'm working with this band so and so, and they're really, really good. I'm going to send you some stuff and let me know what you think." We kind of do that with each other bands I'm looking at to manage and stuff.
Right.
And he'll send me something and I'll call him back, and then all of a sudden he'll produce it and send me that. I'm like, there's a big difference there. So he makes a big difference, I think.
I love the music.
And we were talking about how you guys have been around for a long time, and it seems like there's like a resurgence of the classic old Skid Row songs where some of the newer bands now are covering, like
I know. Asking Alexandria and Halestorm.
I think that's pretty wild. I mean, you guys probably never even imagined that at the time when you wrote it.
No way. It's really an incredible thing. I mean, it's very humbling, number one. It really is. And I'm not saying that. It really is. It's like we both get really, really taken aback and kind of tongue-tied with regards to it, because, the fact that people are paying such respect to something that a piece of work that you worked on together and accomplished. I mean, it's really difficult to put that into words, how that it affects you as a musician.
Yeah, it's got, just to hear it, and then they did a great job of it too.
Yeah, it's awesome. Both bands did really, really good jobs. Also, the Ataris punk band did it.
That's right.
Oh man, what's the other punk band that did one of our songs? I forget. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's really cool. Like bands from different genres, and just it's a huge, huge, huge compliment.
Yeah, I think it was pretty wild. I remember hearing "Slave to the Grind." I think it was just like a couple weeks ago that Halestorm did on the radio. I'm like, what? I'm like, how cool.
Yeah.
She did a great job too with the vocals.
Yeah.
They actually, I think we saw a live version of it someone just said, "Hey, Halestorm's doing "Slave to the Grind" live," and at the time we didn't know that they were going to put it on a record or anything.
Yeah.
And we pulled it up on YouTube. We were like, "Wow, that's a killer arrangement!" Like,
why didn't we do that way, or do this way? Carrie Underwood also covered "I Remember You" live. She did it live a bunch. If you go, you can YouTube it, and she nailed it, man. She did it really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate form of flattery.
And speaking of like different things like that, I saw a thing that you did with the 500 songs for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That was really awesome, the version you guys did.
Yeah.
But the foundation itself was pretty wild, where it's for the kids that feel like secluded and isolated from whether they're an illness or whatever. Did you get to work with any of those kids?
I haven't. It seems every time it's come up, I've either been away or just haven't been able to do it. Because Josh Rifkin, who runs the whole thing, he goes with musicians from all over Atlanta, and he goes to children's hospitals and gets them to play in the bands, and he plays music and just teaches them little chords here and there, a few chords, and just the difference it makes in their lives is incredible. And I played it once, and it was very moving, because what he does is 10 days, 50 songs a day, 50 different artists or bands. Now, they may switch and go into other bands, but the gear's there. All you do is bring guitars, or if you have, you play an oboe or something, they're not going to have that there. And everyone switches up. And when I was finally home for the one, and I had the chance to do it, I called my friend Vanessa and Brian Collins, who is the engineer and owner of the studio that I work at. And I said, let's do this. And we sat down, we rehearsed it twice, And then one more time right before we went on, and went out and did it. And I mean, she's a great singer. She's an incredible singer. And it was just so much fun to hear people sing that. And the funniest part is Brian and I both showed up in the same shirt.
Your the recent album is Revolutions Per Minute. So you guys have something new coming up really quick, and you guys have to get going.
We've been writing.
Yeah,
we've been writing a lot, and we plan to do that second week of July. I'm going to go out to California and spend a week at Snake's house, and we're going to write some more. You know, I mean, we've always been a band to take 4 years between records anyway, so it's like, it's going on 5 now, but you know, we just don't want to rush anything.
Yeah,
so.
well, it's definitely in the works, and it's
yes,
coming.
absolutely.
And of course, the summer, catch them out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Thank you.
I think you guys got to get heading out here.
Yeah, we got to go roll. We
so
have the job to do.
much.
Got to bring home the bacon, baby. Thank you so much, guys.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thank you.